Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway in Foxborough. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the give, this is Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thornton. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Dolphin football. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on first down. Officially a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Tua. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker McCann now for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Here's Bridgewater. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Matt Judon drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Mike, 55, right there in the middle, 55.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2 and now on first down. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And the return will stop right around the 25. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. That swung out wide to Harris. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Jones on first down and caught by Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Throwing again on second down. Jones, a hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. From the gun on third down, Jones. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Play action. Now it's Tua. Rolling to his left. He's going to fire deep for Radley. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here.
Jones now throwing after the interception. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Tua, the final shot before half. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Head to the line, facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Hard throw, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Back to throw. Jones. And this one complete to Smith. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
From the 29, Jones. Complete. Smith has it. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Ready? Right there in the middle. 55. 6-man. Check girls.
Off play action. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater.
That swung out to Mostert.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
2 and a throw again. Eluding the pressure right.
There's the first NFL catch for the first-rounder, Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back now in Foxborough. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Mostert, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down of the yard. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and 8. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
One of the bigger plays of the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Off a play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Judon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They run the counter. It's Harris. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Here's Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Thornton. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Jones. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. On first down, Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Harris. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with